Hey guys, me Dave. It's 2/20/2020. Thought I'd do a little video tonight. It's Thursday. It's around 9:30 p.m. Central Time. Thought I'd do a little video. I've been up all week. It's been terrible, miserable, torture, and it is torture because it's repetitive. So it's been up all week. They haven't let me sleep all week. They let me sleep a couple hours here, a couple hours there, and all this stuff. It's wearing me out. Last night I didn't get any sleep. I haven't been since Monday. I haven't had any sleep on the overnight hours. They've been keeping me up until the afternoon, and then the afternoon I'll be able to get a few hours of sleep here and there. But during the overnight hours, I'm like up and down, up and down, up and down, and just can't sleep. So I'm eating and I'm, doing whatever to kill a little time, and then I'll try to go back to bed, and I'm up, and I'll go back to bed, and I'm up, and it's been like that all week. It's been miserable. I don't know why they're doing this to me. They don't seem like they're heavily hitting me with remote neural monitoring or any other type of weapons, or any, they haven't been hitting me. It doesn't feel like it, they're not doing behaviorals, they're not they're not even doing a whole lot of dream manipulation, because I haven't slept. But you get in they put you in the state where you're almost ready to fall asleep, and then they'll insert dreams and stuff like that, and you're kind of up watching them and responding to them. I find myself responding to these dreams, like in talking pretty much about these dreams. It's unreal, so I've been going through that all week long. Hopefully tonight I'll be able to get a little sleep. I doubt it. I might be up until 1 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow, and then I'll be able to get to sleep. It's long hours of no sleep. When you're talking 20 hours of no sleep, or 24 hours of no sleep. I went as long as 48 hours with no sleep, 2 days with no sleep and stuff, and they just been nailing me with being sleep deprived and stuff, and it's miserable, I tell you. And I don't know why they're doing it, but they are doing it. So I just thought I would share that a little bit. Other than that, there's nothing going on. There's nothing going on. I've been going through this all week long. They've been doing it all week long since last weekend. If I'd have a couple beers on the weekends, that would help. They used to let me sleep at least 6-7 hours if I'd have a couple beers on the weekends. They don't do that anymore. Now they started off, like last weekend, I had a few beers on Friday and Saturday. They let me sleep. One night they let me sleep until 4 o'clock in the morning. The next night, Saturday night, they let me sleep until 2 o'clock in the morning. Before that, they start off real slow. They like last week, they let me sleep 6 hours a night for a couple nights. Then they moved it to 4 hours a night. And then they moved it to 2 hours a night. And now it's no hours a night. It's nothing. They won't let me sleep at all on the overnights now. They used to, go to bed around 10:30, 11:30 or whatever, and they'd let me sleep a couple hours and let me sleep. They don't even do that now. Now they just keep me up. So I get no sleep, and I'm up for like 20-25 hours, or 23 hours straight or whatever, or 20 hours straight or whatever, and I'm just up. So right now I'm super groggy right now. I'm super tired. This morning I was desperate, and I took three sleeping pills this morning. My my nurse practitioner prescribed me some sleeping pills. It's kind of like I can't remember. I can't remember what the medication is. It's kind of it's not a real strong sleeping pill. It's not addictive or anything like that. It's Benadryl. It's kind of like Benadryl. It's a different medication, but it's kind of like Benadryl. So she prescribed me that. You know, she said take a half a tab, and if you still can't get to sleep, take the other half, and hopefully that'll help you fall asleep. I took three of them at 10 o'clock in the morning. It didn't help, and then by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I was drowsy. They were making my feet itch, and I was like, oh, I don't even care if they make my feet itch. You know, I gotta keep laying here because I'm so drowsy and just feel like I'm gonna pass out. You know, so then I must have fell asleep, and I slept, you know, probably 1 or 2 in the afternoon until 7 p.m. And I got up and ate something, and then I laid back down until about 8:30, and then I woke up, you know. But I just been exhausted, you know. So they're hitting me in that way now, and it's torture. You know, anything repetitive like that is torture. It's considered torture, you know, where they disrupt your life. So, you know, take all the pleasure out of your life so you don't enjoy anything. You know, I mean, it's really disgusting when they can take, you know, where they can override your thoughts. You know, you can think happy things about your life if you had a good life before. You can think happy things about your life and all this stuff, and they can take that away. You know, they can override your thoughts in your dreams and insert their dreams, dream manipulation and all this stuff. And they can take every pleasure away that you've ever had in your life, any fun time that you had in your life, and they can take that all away. This is the ultimate, you know, it is the ultimate weapon. It's the ultimate torture. We do not deserve this. I'll say it again and again and again. We do not deserve this at all. So, anyway, that's what's going on with me. There was another thing I want to talk about. You know, there's people in this community that I'm not trying to get down on them, and if they really believe this, that's fine and stuff. But me personally, I think they're misinformation agents. You know, if they think they're building these weapons in garages, and your neighbor's doing this in a garage, and he built this weapon in a garage, and there's just a bunch of young punks that built this weapon, and, you know, these weapons and all this stuff in their garage or a building or whatever it may be. That's misinformation, you guys. We have to listen to, like, Dr. Duncan, Dr. Hall. Dr. Duncan said this is more powerful. You know, this is the ultimate weapon. You know, it's like more powerful than a nuclear weapon. These weapons are, and we have to remind ourselves. We have to listen to people like Duncan and stuff like that are telling the truth about these weapons and not putting out misinformation. You know, these guys that have these weapons, they have a high security clearance. You know, like Dr. Hall said, they could be retired FBI, retired CIA, you know, and stuff like that. And they could be working through private eye companies and security companies and stuff like that. They're not building these weapons in garages, you guys. You can't buy these weapons online. They're not using, you know, these weapons online. You know, they're not using any of those. You know, they cut all that out of your thoughts because they're not using any of that stuff, you guys. And we have people here thinking they want to redirect you, and they want to make it sound like, well, these are businesses that are doing this to us. They're corporations that are doing this to us. They're, you know, people that are, you know, or the mafia or the cartels, and it's those people that are doing this to us. And it's like, whose side are those people on? We know who's doing this to us. I'm not going to name names, and we don't have to keep on going over this every single night. They want us to relive this every single night and not get anywhere. We have to move forward. We have to move past this. Real TIs know who's doing this to us. There's people that say, oh, I've been a TI for 20 years. I've been a TI for 15 years. I've been a TI for 10 years. Really? 'Cause some people act like they don't know what's going on. Some people act like they just became a TI yesterday. It's like, if you're a real TI, what's the first thing you do? You do research. You do research. I forgot a lot of my research because my memory problems, they do erase short-term memory and stuff like that. So if I'm watching a video or I read something, I almost immediately forget it. And sometimes I'll be able to play it over my head and think, yeah, I get that. But a lot of times, because of my cognitive thinking in my short-term memory, I'll forget a lot of stuff that I just read or a video I just seen. It's totally the weapons, because my memory was as sharp as a tack before. It was super sharp. And stuff. So I just want to talk about that a little bit. There's people out there to misdirect us, you guys, and they're misleading the truth. They don't want us to know the truth. They want us to they want us to chase our tails around. Let's chase our tails around, and let's keep on discussing who's doing this to us, and let's keep on discussing what all this stuff that we go over every single night. They don't move forward. They go over the same thing every night. People talk about it. It's ridiculous. So I just thought I would talk about that a little bit. Don't let people, you got to listen to people like Dr. Hall, Dr. Duncan, Brian too, and stuff out there that are speaking the truth and that are telling you everything that's going on. And and you're trying to learn. It's hard because you do have memory problems and you do have cognitive thinking problems, because of these weapons. So it's you forget a lot of things. Short-term memory, they can erase short-term memory. They can erase a lot of your memory if they wanted to. They could erase a lot of your memory if they wanted to. But I can tell my short-term memory. I'll read a book, I'll read a paragraph, or I'll watch a video, and I'll have a hard time remembering what I just seen. Sometimes. I think it's irreversible, but they can make me forget things, and and stuff. And I know it's irreversible. If they took the weapons off me today and unplugged my ears because they've been blocked for 6 years, I'd be fine. I'd be fine. I think I'd be fine. I don't know. Dr. Duncan says that, we all know, Dr. Duncan and Brian too says they're trying to rewire our brain, trying to rewire our brain, change our thinking and stuff like that. Dr. Duncan said, you'll never be the same ever again. You'll never be the same ever again, because of this program and these weapons and stuff. And and that could be true. And another thing is, our brain is already, our brain is rewiring itself all the time. Anyway, if we learn a new task, our brain is rewiring itself to learn a new task or to learn something new. So if you learn something new, your brain is rewiring itself and changing the thinking on how to complete a new task or learning how to do something. It could be anything. Learn how to do something with your hands, or whatever. It could be mechanical. You could be fixing your bicycle, and your brain is rewiring itself on how to fix your bicycle. you know, and stuff. And we should probably be doing things like that. We should probably be doing tasks, new tasks to with our hands even, and trying to rewire our brains that might slow down the process of what they're trying to do, you know. So there's a little info there, a few facts. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this off, you guys. I've kind of been rambling for a while. I hope you guys doing well out there. We're all going through this. We're all gonna make it through this. We're survivors, and stay strong out there, and I'll talk to you guys later.